Holy moly macaroni, we got so much stuff to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about deliveries. We're going to talk about the recent offering of convertible notes. We're going to talk about NIO Phone. The whole entire itinerary has been leaked and released, and also the stats, the specs of the phone have also been revealed. Damn, it is a good phone. I could not wait to get this video out to you guys. All right, first things first, last week's deliveries, we got 3.9K deliveries for insurance numbers, up 100 from the week prior, 3,800, and cumulative deliveries so far, we've got 9,900 up until September 17th. So we're pretty much on track to get hopefully about 20,000 deliveries this month. And the EC6 numbers, even though they launched on Friday, they had deliveries on Saturday and Sunday. Those were just small, tiny deliveries. Those guys were all blind orders. They were like, hey, I want to buy the car first. What car do you have? I'll just buy it. Most people aren't going to buy it like that. Most people are going to spec out the car and have it manufactured and then delivered. So that's going to take some time, probably around 4 to 5 weeks before numbers for the EC6 really start to ramp up. So slowly but surely we'll see numbers increase next week, which is this week. Currently the EC6 numbers will increase as well, and afterwards the deliveries will just increase stair-step wise. I'm not too worried about deliveries on the delivery front. Pretty good, solid results. Now the big elephant in the room, of course, the big news that got everybody scared, that is of course the 1 billion senior convertible note offering. This is of course a shocker for a lot of people. I mean, NIO raising $1 billion extra dollars. First of all, it's not easy to raise $1 billion, all right? And making it a senior convertible note just makes it very lucrative for people to invest in this note and buy that note, because it's pretty much a almost guaranteed investment. You're going to either get your money back plus interest, or the stock price gets above the conversion price and then they can convert it to shares and sell it for more money. It is almost like a call option without any downside at all. So whoever buys this note is going to win. All right. Now, as for shareholders, existing shareholders, it doesn't look that good, but I'll explain why it might actually be good. But of course, it's on paper, it's not that good. If the stock price gets low, that thing is dead. NIO has to pay back $1 billion. It's due in 2029 and 2030, so we got a long ways to go. So wouldn't be too worried about that aspect. But then if the stock price gets above the conversion price, then that gets turned into $1 billion worth of stock, which of course would be dilution. And that of course would increase the float size and make it more difficult for the stock to ascend. All right, it'll be like extra weight pulling the stock down while it's ascending. But here's the interesting part. At the end of Q2 this year, NIO had about $4.3 billion of cash. So add 1 billion to that, so you got about 5.3 billion. And then on top of that, if you calculate how many quarters that'll last NIO, Q2 they burnt 800 million in cash. A pretty severe cash burn, but that is to be expected for R&D. I expect R&D to decrease in 2024 because they're not really launching any new products in 2024. So conservatively speaking, 5.3 divided by 0.8, you get about 6.6 quarters. Make it 7 because next year R&D's expenses are going to go down. So 7 quarters, where does that get us? So we got Q3 of this year, which is we're in right now, and then Q4, and then we got 4 more quarters next year, right? So that puts us at 6 quarters, and then we got a 7th quarter, which puts us at exactly after Q1 of 2025. So this, all of NIO's money right now is enough to last us until Q1 of 2025, which I think is perfect, because you guys know that NIO has to list, NIO China has to list here in China before July of 2025. I suspect they will not do it at the last minute. They'll probably do it before, the deadline. Of course, before the deadline. I don't think NIO would want to play it close. So before the deadline, so they would probably have to list at least Q1 in 2025, or maybe even Q4 of 2024. And that, of course, will get us a lot of money through that A shares listing of NIO China. NIO Inc. sells a portion of their shares. For example, right now they own 90% of NIO China. If they sell like say 10% and reduce their holdings of NIO China down to 80% that 10% is going to be worth a ton of money. All right, and they'll get billions and billions of dollars. So we would not have to worry about money for the foreseeable future if that happens. And then also by then, the sub-brand would be out because they're launching the sub-brand Q4 of next year. But I really wanted them to launch the sub-brand like this year, deliver it next year. But they're launching it next year, Q4. So by then, Q1, Q2 of 2025, sub-brand's going to start delivering vehicles, and things are going to just move at a much, much faster, exponentially faster pace down the line. So this extra $1 billion is definitely going to help us get to where we want to go and help us have enough liquidity before NIO China lists. All right, next we got NIO Phone, the itinerary right here, and then we're going to talk about the specs. First, the itinerary on the 21st from 9 a.m. That's when they're going to talk about thoughts and actions on NIO's full stack integration technology layout. Whew, quite a mouthful, but it just it just means the ecosystem, how the whole ecosystem is going to work out. And then 10 past 10 to 11, NIO strategies and plans for global intelligent driving. And then 11, that's when they're going to talk about the new product release, NIO's new mobile internet product launch. They didn't specify if it's one or two or multiple. So we might not only be getting phones, but also other stuff. But for now, let's just say it's only NIO Phone. And then lunch break. After lunch break, 1:30, we come back. 1:30 to 3 p.m. Automobiles and Artificial Intelligence seminar. And then 3:20 to 4:50, Intelligent Cockpit Technology Trends. So that's going to be a jam-packed day. That's from morning 9 all the way until like almost 5 p.m. Yeah, it's a jam-packed day. And it'll be hosted at a NIO house in Shanghai. All right, now the leaks on the NIO Phone. This is pretty amazing stuff. First of all, there's 3 zeros to know about. 0 bloatware, 0 spam, 0 advertising on the phone. So it's going to be like one of those real blazing fast OnePlus phones almost. Very, very nice. And the first leaked feature, it's going to be able to support 5G. You guys are thinking, why is this a big deal? Because some other companies got banned and they can't use 5G. But of course, NIO is going to be able to use 5G on their phones. Very nice. Number 2, color match to car colors. So if you have like the Stratosphere Blue car, you can get the Stratosphere Blue phone, NIO Phone. If you have the Sunlight Kiss golden color, then you can also get that color. I think that color is going to look amazing. All right, number 3, the specs of the phone. This is pretty big. 12 gigabytes of RAM plus 512 storage, or 12 gigabytes of RAM plus 1 terabyte storage. Those are the 2 configurations. We got a 120 hertz display. That's very nice. And then Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processing chip. Very nice, very nice. This is all like high-end Android stuff. Very good, very good. And then number 4, this is a very interesting one. Customizable button on the side. So this is very reminiscent of what Apple launched with the iPhone 15, the action button. All right, this is pretty cool, and it'll be interesting if you can program this button to like instantly turn on AC in the car. That would be amazing, and you can probably do that. All right, next one, 5, home screen with car controls and info on the home screen, basically. So you can quickly adjust the car to your liking, and it displays info about your car. Pretty nice. Number 6, UWB ultra wideband super high precision location support for Gen 2 cars. So approach and the doors will open. Basically, the car is going to be able to know where this key is because the car also has UWB, and then the phone also has UWB, so it's going to know where you are in position relative to the car. So that's very nice. And then, but also for first gen cars, approach and open, which is pretty much what our keys have right now. This is my NIO EC6 key. When I approach the car with this in my pocket, I don't have to press any buttons. The door just pops open, the handles pop open by itself, and I just open it and get in. So that's pretty cool. I can probably like chuck this away. And then number 8, ultrasonic under display fingerprint sensor Pretty cool stuff. And then number 9, you can purchase it partially using NIO points as well. So it's actually not going to be that expensive if you have a ton of NIO points. Very amazing stuff. What I'm interested to know is how the cameras will perform. If the video capturing capability is good, photos, all that stuff, how that stacks up compared to an iPhone. If it's really good, then I might even buy one. So overall, this is pretty nice. Would you buy this NIO phone? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.